Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Hogwarts Legacy. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. So today it's the rise and fall of great wizards. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So Sebastian is one of the more interesting personality and story arcs that you have in Hogwarts Legacy. He's always kind of a brash rule breaker type, much like another trio that we know of from the Potterverse. And now we have Sebastian that is basically helping us out. We're helping him look for a cure for his twin sister, and he's helping us to enlarge our knowledge of the story of the Keepers, and by extension, ancient magic as well. So, as we've gone along, Sebastian has gotten a little more brash and a little bit more impulsive than he was in the beginning. So hopefully that doesn't continue. Alright, let's take out these goblins. They're all loyal to Ranrock. Unfortunately, goblins are either with Ranrock or against him. There is no Sweden for goblins. So everything that goblins stand for, you either stand with Ranrock or you stand against them. And the goblins, as a whole, have an innate distrust of wizard kind, or wand carriers as they're sometimes called. So I'm sure that there's a certain number of them that are like, yeah, you know, wizards, they need to be taken down a peg, whereas others are like, well, you know, I know that I can't stand against Ranrock, so I need to be with Ranrock. Nice. The exploding barrel's always a good one. We've been introduced to a whole bunch of different archetypes of goblins. There's the warrior and the ranger and the assassin and the commander. They all have different attacks and kind of different attack patterns. But we've increased what we have to use in terms of our repertoire of magic. And as we battle them, we kind of get to know a little bit more about how they all fight. Like we know that Rangers, they only use unblockable attacks. The commander is still under our control. It's sometimes hard to get a bead on them when they're imperioed.
Fun is a relative term. It is. And that was
or under the Imperious Curse. Alright, so into the cavern we go. Only 2 guards here. There we go. Took control of one, and the other one's going to a shallow grave. Extreme danger. Do not enter. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna enter. Oh, and it's a whole bunch of goblins. I was kind of expecting a acromantula. Alright, so we've got... Unfortunately, I didn't see the dueling feat. Turn them into a barrel and then bombard it. But apparently that doesn't work. It has to be a natural. Yeah, he's in period, so
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
sometimes it doesn't want to
Definitely think there's something here they want.
focus on him, even though it's
Rebellion.
the last guy, and
It's no wonder spiders give people
everything doesn't
goosebumps.
clear out until
The
you
hairy legs,
take care of all the enemies.
soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs.
Yeah, acromantulas,
Endearing
hairy
creatures,
legs,
really.
venomous fangs. Yeah.
Smashing. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Now you tell me, conjure stairs after we already slid down. It's a one-way trip. Doing that. Oh, I love using reparo on stuff. Bridges are really cool. But really anything. Just kind of automatically put it back together. If only it worked that well in real life. Oh, the vase broke. Reparo! Whoop! Good as new. Venomous Scurrier. Yeah, he's not going to survive long with two of us. He didn't blow up when I hit him. I think it was because he was in the air. We can maybe try again on this guy. He's not in there. Yeah, he blew up that time. But dueling feet change, so
Sleep better tonight.
hooray? I don't know.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
So we're in here looking for a triptych piece. In the Undercroft, there was a 3-piece canvas, and there was kind of a clue, but it was hidden. And Sebastian and Ominous, the little trio of friends,
A bit distracted from her own
had discovered the Undercroft,
distraction at that.
and then
We have another fight on our hands.
Sebastian brought us into it,
Imperium.
but the triptych was hidden because of the whole ancient magic thing. And Isadora was a professor, so whether she created the Undercroft when she was a professor, a student, or if she happened to find it during her time at Hogwarts, don't really know. But Isadora's got a little bit of a villain streak. Or rule breaker, a little bit like Sebastian. Ooh, that was a good block. Perfect block, in fact. I do have Protego Expert, I don't remember. But you have kind of an AoE around the bubble. Shockwave. Ooh, whole bunch of acromantulas showing up to the party now. Apparently, we made too much noise. We still got goblins to deal with, so it's gonna be... Ooh, there's 2 matriarchs. It gets a little hairy when you have 2 of them. Let's try to deal with one, and then take care of the other. Imperio, the one, I don't know. He's pretty low, so it's kind of like, if he gets taken out, that's okay with me. Alright, still got some little ones, and... Alright, oh, there's another one. Is that the last one? Yes, okay.
You're not a bad chap.
Whew.
For a Slytherin. You Gryffindors don't have
Got a little bit
bravery.
hairy. Not just because there were acromantulas in there.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Whether it's juvenile or, full size. I don't know if... Because giant spiders are acromantulas, I assumed. So all these guys are big, bigger than what they should be. Nice, get that door open. Alright, so here's another of Isadora's studies. Yeah, one of her notes.
What do you have there? A journal entry by Isadora.
So
Hopefully
Isadora's
we'll be able to
notes
unravel more of this mystery.
kind of paint a little bit different picture than what the keepers have been saying.
Sebastian,
Basically, the keepers
I
are
think I found
saying.
something. A canvas piece.
Well, actually, they haven't been saying a whole lot.
In vain after all.
Just saying like, do the trial and look at the memories and
The triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas.
come to your own
We can
conclusion,
probably assume
which
that
should
it's
be the same conclusion that we came to.
everywhere. But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would
Yeah,
she
so
create
she had a
this
cellar
space?
under her
Why
mansion,
hide it
she had the
behind
Undercroft, and then she had
an ancient magic
several
no one but you can see?
mines
And Percival Rackham, another of
that
the
she had
keepers,
hidden
could see
under
traces of ancient magic too. Rackham?
behind ancient
I haven't
magic.
heard his name before. Here's some of the memories I've seen.
Man, and now we're just telling Sebastian everything. I mean, we do want him to help us out,
This is all rather baffling.
because he's been
Let's take the canvas back to the
pretty
triptych.
useful
Perhaps
as
he
a
knows
resource, not just
This
helping
place
us
is
get
odd,
through
to
things,
be
but
sure,
finding where to
but I'm
start.
fascinated by it.
Puzzle solver.
For the trek back out of here and
Yeah,
to
so
Hogwarts.
now we need to get back.
Unless
Get
we can
back
find
to the
another
Undercroft.
passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around. Now for the moment of truth.
Alright,
It has to fit.
so in a previous episode we found the first piece of canvas,
Please tell
which
me you
told us
recognize
where
the
to
location
go.
in this bit of canvas.
And now we got the second one,
news is
which
I
is
did.
going to tell us the next place to go.
And the bad
And that
news,
middle section was
more trouble.
the original kind of rune symbols and whatnot.
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over
All
the
right,
area of the mine and the
so
surrounding area.
Marinween
As far as Feldcroft's become,
has suffered, like
should we head there now?
Feldcroft has suffered
should wait.
at Ranrock's.
All this time, we've been a step
Yeah,
behind.
we've been a step behind Ranrock. He's
Only
always
someone
been
who could help us get
one
ahead.
step
Who's
ahead.
that?
Yeah, Sebastian's got a pretty
Someone who
negative
knows
view
Ranrock
of
personally. They asked
goblins.
me not to mention their name to anyone. A goblin. Tell me I'm
A
wrong.
goblin? Tell me I'm wrong.
Goblins cursed by
Yep,
Sister
and it
to
didn't
shut
matter
her up.
whether we
Said she should be seen
said
and not heard. I
what it
did.
was all about or not.
Not all goblins are. Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft?
Yeah,
Have you forgotten
well, you know,
what
just
we
because
went through?
there's
No,
a decent
Sebastian,
number
I
that are
haven't.
loyal to
You're not
Ranrock,
listening to me.
either by
Ranrock is
force or
someone's
by
of
choice,
goblins.
doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's like that, because obviously
Perhaps your uncle was right about
the
you.
goblins
Don't know when to
at
stop.
Gringotts,
Oh, I do know when to stop.
I think most of them
Unbelievable.
would prefer to be neutral, but they've kind of turned against Ranrock, I think, because if you either have, if you're being forced, plus what happened to that one banker,
This can help you. It's
goblin banker, that kind of sealed the deal, I think, for them.
where we discovered Slytherin's spell.
Alright, so now Anne was not allowed to see Sebastian, but he was able to get a crust tour, which was kind of an important piece of their past, and
You need to stall him. Buy us
now
time.
they're meeting in secret.
I shall do my best.
Uh,
I'll be in touch.
right now, Anne's being taken care of by their uncle.
Where would they go?
Parents are no longer in the picture. They're both Hogwarts professors, but passed away.
Don't think I've forgotten about
Prematurely.
your goblin friend. I haven't.
Oof. I'm getting awfully angry, my
But I
friend.
appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now. Of course. I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him.
So
She
now
must.
Sebastian
We
needs
need
something
time.
from
Time.
us, needs
For what?
our
Learn
help.
more about the relic.
So he's
I cross-referenced
willing
Slytherin's spell
to,
with
I think,
everything
help a
in the
little bit.
library on relics and dark
Oh, learn more
sacrifices.
about the relic.
That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work
It'll only
inside the
work
catacomb.
inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice.
Yeah, it does seem risky.
Seems risky. It'll be
And what
worth
is
the
this
risk.
all? It'll be
Lily's
worth the
hurt may be
risk.
convincing ominous. Anne will only give this a chance if he's on board. And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he
And
goes to the
the
headmaster,
dark
he'll be
sacrifice, I
expelled.
mean,
Let
obviously,
me handle ominous this time. As for
not
my
great.
uncle, he's not an aura anymore.
Okay, so
What he doesn't know
his
well
uncle
won't
used to
hurt
be an
us.
Auror. Used to
Do you
be,
think
past
your uncle
tense.
would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out? If he
Hmm.
found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand.
So we
He
don't
won't
know
say,
his
but I
whole
believe his strong
Auror
aversion to dark
past,
magic has something to do with his timing.
but
Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable
Sebastian and
curse to
Anne
fight against
believe
dark
that
wizards. At least
Uncle
that's what she
Solomon
thought she heard.
may have
When he realized
used
what his
dark
job had
arts
led him to become,
to combat
he left rather
dark
abruptly.
wizards.
So,
Like,
I'm not
well,
sure
they
he'd
use
go
it
to
all
the
the time. Why
ministry to
can't we
report on
use
his
that
own family
spell?
using dark magic now.
And the ministry probably
Good
got
luck with
tired
this.
of
Until we meet again.
telling them
I'll let
over
you
and
know
over,
if
you
all
can't
of
do
us should
that.
meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl.
It's not good representation of
See
the
you
ministry. We have a standard to uphold, whatever. So, all right. So moving on.
I received your owl.
Time has
Thank you.
passed,
I'm glad you came.
and
We
now
spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast.
spotted loyalists coming up from the coast
To another cavern, like the one
to
we
another
found.
cavern.
How are they still one step ahead of us?
That is the place we need to go. Man, he looks like he's
I
about
don't
to
know.
clock us.
I did see
Bam!
a memory. This time it was a keeper named Neve Fitzgerald. She was unnerved by Isidora's use of
Alright.
ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock.
Yeah.
These keepers are playing games with you. You need to
Isadora
press them for more information. It doesn't work
is
like that.
playing with
To
fire.
access each of these memories, I
The
have to complete a
keepers
trial.
obviously
It's not
don't
as
agree
easy as
with
you
what
think.
she's doing.
They're showing me the memories in a particular
They're
order.
unnerved,
They,
to say the
either they
least.
don't trust you,
And
or you don't care enough about Anne to ask the difficult questions.
she thinks it's for the greater good.
Of course I care,
Uh,
Sebastian. We've
That's
come
kind of
this far.
the story
Don't let
arc of
frustration get the better of
several
you. Fine. I'll defer to
villains.
keeper friends for now.
They believe they're doing the right thing,
Now, shall we see why the triptych let us
and
in?
the ends justifies the
Let's go,
means.
quickly, before we spot
I
him.
think that's their attitude.
Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's
I'm creating a
friends
utopia.
just ahead.
And they're like, no, you're
Raiding, I
you're
imagine.
killing a bunch of people.
This mountain used to
Yeah,
survive
but think of the utopia at the end.
It's been abandoned ever since Ranrock
Everyone will deserve it. All the ones that survive. So that's kind of her thinking, I think. I do like how the game gives you the option of learning the dark art spells. So you can learn Imperio and Crucio and the Killing Curse, Avada Kedavra,
the same fate.
or you can opt out. You can be like, no, I don't want it.
Some consider them a bad omen. Not everyone does.
Alright, let's follow the path.
All right.
Thestrals
I'm making small talk.
are a bad omen for some.
I'm gonna trek up this mountain and
He's just talking to talk. Alright, more loyalists.
we should have some sort of plan. I'm
Oh,
through planning.
should have some sort of plan. Nope, no plan. Typical barbarian move. Ooh, man, there's quite a few goblins here, actually. Mandrake. That actually did a decent amount of damage. I don't know if I have a modifier on my armor for that. Oop. There we go. They have a bunch of shields. The assassins are a bit of trouble, but not as much as the ranger. Oh, that's always good. Good times, good times. Rangers only have unblockables, and they sit kind of in the back and just ping at you with those unblockable attacks while everyone else is coming in close to melee you. Must have hit the wrong button for block. They got what they deserved.
What were you thinking? I was thinking.
Yeah,
about
what
dead
were you
goblins.
thinking?
You could have
You
got us
always go
killed,
in with a plan,
but I
even if it
didn't.
falls apart after the first 5 seconds.
Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path.
Alright,
Let's keep
heading
going.
further up the path. Let's keep going.
Gonna make everyone pay. Anything made from
Revelio.
goblin
Anything
silver
made from
belongs to
goblin
us.
silver
Whether
belongs
it's a
to
sword
us.
or a repository, whatever
So,
that is.
a sword or
Revelio
repository?
goblin.
That's awfully
Ridiculous notions of ownership.
specific. That's something that we've heard before, though. Only good wizard's a dead wizard. Nice.
And I'll be most keen to help him achieve his goals.
They're loyalists by choice, I'm gonna say. So, Lodgok actually said something to the same effect, or if not exactly. There was a wizard, dark wizard, as it turned out, that had commissioned a goblin to make a helm, and then the wizard passed away. Goblins wanted it back
Wait. For what?
because
Why
they
are you
still
so
believed it was
cautious? Listen to me.
theirs.
I know you're angry and
Yeah,
frustrated.
charging in's not
But
great.
charging ahead now could undo all the progress we've made. Lodgok said, "Oh, your goblin friend.
Oof.
Stop it. That's enough.
You're
Not all goblins
only
are like
listening
Ranrock.
to hear what you want to hear.
We want the same thing. To find answers.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
thought
perfectly
we wanted the
reasonable.
same
I
thing.
thought we
We
wanted
do.
the same thing.
Listen to me.
Whoa.
Lodgok
Sebastian
has
took a
insights
turn.
into Ranrock that we don't.
As soon as he found out that
Ranrock
I had
somehow
a
knows about
goblin
the people
friend,
searching anywhere connected to each of them. That's why they always seem to be one step ahead.
important to keep your
I know what I'm doing.
bridges
You
available
need to trust
and not
me.
burn them down.
I don't see that we can continue together. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the best
Yeah,
of me.
that's true. You have been for a
I
while.
have been for a while. I do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you. Good. Ranrock clearly knows more than we thought. We need to be careful
So
and do this
hopefully
right,
this
not
is a
just
turning
by
point
charging
for
in.
him and
We have our work cut
Sebastian
out for us.
gets on
We
the
want
right
to work
path,
together
because
if we're going to
right
find
now
the final
he's
piece to the triptych.
teetering on the brink. That anger and bitter cycle. Ooh, spiders. More spiders. So how many species of giant spiders do you think there are? I assume that each one was just a juvenile acromantula.
Revelio. Confringo.
Because even as newly
I've done it myself.
hatched, acromantulas are no more than like a really big spider. Really big normal spider, I should say, as we've seen from Hagrid's memories. Obviously, this is well before Hagrid's time. But obviously, acromantulas have pre-existed. Man, just can't get the matriarch to... I guess it's try another time for that dueling feat. Most of the time it works, just sometimes you just have to get the timing right, like right after an attack that they do. Alright, ignite a shooter. I don't... That one's kind of... Especially when you have a bunch of stuff going on. The shooters are another kind of like the ranger, loyalist ranger, where they just kind of sit back and they will shoot at you from a distance. And there was only one, and we already took him out. We took him out early. Alright, good job. There. Knocked him into the ground. little guys are more susceptible to those
Look at this place.
movement
Not really my style. A bit much if you ask me.
spells, flipping and levitating and descendo. Man, this is like more and more of these guys are popping up. Yeah, 2 minutes for a fight. That's pretty intense. So we either hit the ambusher. I don't know that there are any more ambushers. There is one up on a pedestal. Ooh, it looks like 2 matriarchs. And now there's one. A shooter. There's a matriarch. Okay, 1.5 minutes. I don't know if there's any more after this or not. It's hard to say. We'll find out, I guess. Alright, we can pick up some of the ancient magic there. Alright, I think that's it. Other than this guy. And under the Imperious Curse, and we can't. There we go, get him. I was trying to hit him with,
Getting through the cavern.
I was trying to petrify him.
Perhaps we should
There we go,
seek
we
some
got
help.
it. With some time to spare. Oop. Oh, I didn't notice that it had the
3 rune symbols to open the door.
web over it. Here, I was like, ping, ping, behind the back even.
Quick enough.
And away we go.
Revelio.
Yeah, I do like that they involved Isidore and everything. Not just from the Keeper's perspective, but from her own mouth. And you can see kind of like how she was thinking, what she was thinking. She obviously thought she was in the right and doing the right thing. But, I mean, does anyone think they're in the wrong? Alright, we got a big old troll. Hit him with the boulder, which we can do. There we go. Flipendo. Seems like 75% of the time you have to have the troll hit himself in the head with the club. Man, there's a lot of spiders. Oop, need to get out of there. There we go. He's not thrown anything. Part of it is you have to be far enough away. Oh. Bam. Take that. Woo, that was close. Alright, there we go. That'll take care of him. It's weird. Sometimes you get, you have to be right at a certain spot to petrify him. Yeah, you can see how much damage it does to this guy.
Nice team.
It took several,
Nothing like
but
an angry troll to bring
petrified him in the end. Turned him into a troll statue.
Reparo. That troll certainly
Ooh, now we
uses
get to
force.
repair his damage.
Everywhere.
Look at that.
That was a piece of work.
Just something about watching that come back together. Alright,
This can't be a dead end. Must be another floor above us.
journals kind of gives us,
Good news.
like I said, that story of how she's what she's thinking and how she's feeling and why. I think probably the most important thing is why, and we kind of found the why already. Her brother might have been able to be helped by ancient magic, but he ended up passing before she could control her magic.
Must have honed her skill with
And
ancient
her
magic.
father was so distraught by it, but that he stopped talking altogether. And then, as a result, she wanted to take away his pain, make his life a little bit better. So obviously, it's all,
Use of ancient magic.
really great
I wish you could see one of her memories.
ideas. It sounds good. But because of the unpredictable nature of the magic, etc., it made it very difficult.
The final canvas.
But I think we'll end there,
We've done it.
and we'll see what
Isadora should not have had to keep all this
everything
secret. I knew from the
happens
memories I've
because
seen
of
that the
this.
keepers in Isadora didn't see
But
eye
that's
to
it.
eye on the use
I
of
hope you
ancient
enjoyed
magic.
this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
So do I. Huh. Another pensive. This is what we've been chasing. I wonder. What is it? Let's find out.
I cannot bring my brother back, Father. But I can give you peace. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
Thank you.
That worked.
It did indeed.
Of course it did. It's copper and silver.
I need something much bigger.
All right. It would help if you could tell me more about what it is you're storing.
Magic. Left over from a spell I devised to remove pain, but if used correctly, its power can be used to do even more good.
Why would you want to store such magic away?
I only need to keep it safe until I can convince my colleagues of its worth. Magic like this unnerves some.
Not everyone's ready to wield such power.
Perhaps not. Someone will be.
She took away the pain. I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne. Something isn't right, Sebastian. What do you mean? You saw what she did. No, not the memories, the portrait. I think the reason Isadora hasn't appeared is because she can't.
I don't follow.
We have seen that view before. The abandoned home in Felcroft, the destroyed painting. It was her.
So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory.
Yes, you're right.
We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do, what you can do.
But I don't know how to do what Isadora did.
Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you.
I'm not sure that they would. The Keepers believe that removing someone's ability to feel pain, it's a highly complicated, unpredictable form of magic. One that should be wielded with great care, if at all.
If at all? You've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. You can wield it. You have the ability. Please, talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne.
Why did the Keepers want to keep Isadora quiet? Why destroy her portrait?